Get to know KG Smooth. He's an incredible radio personality at Houston's Majic 102.1. Every Friday, you can catch KG Smooth on Season 3 of OWN's hit reality series, Ready to Love.
I am excited to feature
Good.
Green, aka KG Smooth, on the Chandria Show today. If you've been watching Season 3 of Ready to Love, you know who this is. Chris Green, aka KG Smooth, welcome to the Chandria Show. How are you?
I'm doing well, Chandria. Thank you for having me on your show. I love that backdrop over there.
Thank you so much. Now, you graced the airwaves of Houston on Majic 102.1. How did you get your start in radio?
I got my start in radio. Radio was something I always wanted to do since I was in elementary school. And at the time I was in college, I was working at K&G Men's Mart. And my coworker's girlfriend who worked at the station came in to bring him some lunch. And I was like, hey, radio's something I always want to do. Are y'all hiring? She was like, we are. I called the program director. So I called him that Monday. I called him that Monday, left him a message. He called me back, left me a message. I called him back. We talked. I came in. He asked me to come in the next day for an interview. I did. And I was hired on the spot. And 2 weeks later, I was on the air. Now, the weekend that I found out that I was going to be cracking the mic for the first time, that's what they call when we, talk on the radio for those who don't know the lingo. I see my name by myself on the schedule, and my friend and my program director here now, Terry Thomas, we were working at that station together. She was on there. She comes out the studio, and she was like, yeah, player, you ready? And I was like, what? Like, is this real? So I go down to my PD's office and I'm like, yo, like, is this for real? I see my name is by myself. My name is a standalone on the schedule. He's like, yeah, man, you ready? I was like, and then Terry peeked her head in and she said, yeah, it's so funny because, Hurricane kept calling your house and playing your voicemail greeting, talking about, listen at this kid, he's got great pipes. And I was like, that's why you hired me? Like, off of my voicemail greeting? Off of my voicemail greeting. And I was talking over the intro to Erykah Badu's Didn't You Know?
Oh.
And that's how I got in the radio, off of my voicemail greeting.
That was your demo?
That was my, yeah.
That is so.
You know how we used to do back in the early, well,
I do know.
Yeah, you're young. Back in the old days, in the 2000s, we used to talk sexy over the intro to a song for our voicemail. That was a thing. It would be an R&B. Well, it wouldn't be an R&B slow jam. Like, people talked over all kind of beats.
But usually a slow jam.
It was usually, yeah.
So you grew up in the Midwest. I'm originally from Chicago, so shout out. Get sure you
hey, here. I've got family in Chicago that I don't know about. Me and my brothers, we trying to connect those dots and find that out. So yeah.
Family tree together. Come on to Chicago. So did growing up in the Midwest prepare you for your career in any way?
Yeah, absolutely. Musically, because I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and Dayton is the birthplace of funk music, and so that Ohio funk sound was so instrumental in the sound that we have today. Hell, we wouldn't have, the West Coast wouldn't have the sound it has if it wasn't for Ohio funk, Midwest funk. So living in the Midwest, it made me very musically inclined, and my father was a musician, and I grew up in the church, and my mama directed the choir. So it prepared me musically for radio.
So now you have that ear for music, that eye for music.
Oh, absolutely. Always had an ear for music and an eye for it. And then I create as well. I like to sing and vocal arrange and write and produce and things like that. But yeah, absolutely have an eye. That's why I am so not hung up on, but like I ride for Beyonce because the very first time I saw her, I saw that No 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 video on BET. It was like a Tuesday afternoon. I remember whatever their programming was, and I saw that video and I was like, yo, I was like, this lead singer, I was like, she's gonna be a problem when she get older. Like once she grow into her voice, like she's gonna be a problem. And so I was telling my best friend that, and I remember talking about it because she was like, you seen that video with those girls with Wyclef? And I called Beyonce, and to look at her now, like I was like, I called her. I called it way back my first time seeing them. My very first time seeing them. I was like, this girl here is gonna be a problem. And look at her.
You got that talent scout in you as well.
I do, absolutely. I can pick a hit. I know. I should have been in A&R. Like, and I thought that's a direction that I wanted to go. Like, I thought I, wanted to be in A&R because I can pick a song. I can listen to a project or an album and tell you the radio cuts or tell you the ones that are going to be the slap or not.
So you've been in radio for 20 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you attribute to that success?
November 25th.
Really? What? To the day?
November 25th, 2000 is the day that I got hired at 100.9 The Wiz in Cincinnati.
My goodness. So what do you attribute to 20 amazing years of radio?
I still love it. I'm still having fun, It's not really work. Like, that's why I tell all these young folks, like, find out what your passion is. Find out what it is that you would get up in the morning every day and do anyway, if you weren't getting paid. Find that and turn your passion into your paper. That way, it'll never feel like work.
So do you mentor a lot of radio students?
No, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, it's not like I'm not available, but I guess the opportunity I've never had. I got a handful. I got a few mentees, about 3 young brothers that reach out to me and whatnot, and lead the way, reach out for that or whatever.
The Chris Green Radio Academy hasn't opened its doors yet, but one day. Let's dive on in. As a radio personality, I'm curious to know, personally, as a fan of the show, what inspired you to be a part of season 3 of Radio Squad?
My listeners.
Your listeners?
They encouraged it. Like, so when I'm on the Quiet Storm at night, I jump on Magic's Facebook Live, and one night I was talking to them and I was telling them how, these casting folks from the show Ready to Love, like, they've been reaching out to me, like, and they had reached out to me 3 times, and I said no. And so I'm telling them about that, and they were like,
different people contacting you, or was this one person who was just really?
No, it was 3 different casting people. It was 3 separate different people. Okay. 2 girls and a guy.
Now, who's the one that won you over? Was it the guy or the girl that won you over the last time?
I don't even remember who the last one was. It was just when I was telling my listeners about it, and I was like, they asked me 3 times. I said no. They were like, what? Like, no, do it. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, do it. Like, you're a great guy. You deserve it. Like, find love. But if anything, to raise your profile and the brand. No, this is my listeners telling me to raise the profile and the brand. And I was like, are y'all for real? And they were like, yeah, like, do the show. If you find love, great. But do it to raise your profile. And I was like, okay. And
back and
I get them back on Instagram. And within the hour, somebody called me and I had my first phone interview.
And so they quiz you.
And we are.
Here we are watching you on TV live every single Friday. Now, you were the talk of the all-new season when you turned heads with that fuchsia suit on in the premiere episode. I want to know what drives your knack and love of fashion. Because every scene, you are outfit of the day ready on every one of your scenes. So tell me, where does that come from?
Well, first of all, thank you for that. I don't know. It's just in me. I'm a Cancer. I guess probably, really, now that I think about it, probably my grandmother. I mean, growing up, she stayed fly and fresh. She made sure that my brothers and I and my sister, that we, went to church nice. Me and my brothers, we used to spend the night at her house, Saturday nights over my grandmother's house to go to Sunday school and church on, Sundays. And so haircut, all that. So seeing that and just liking nice things, and people ask like, damn, like somebody was like, this man got a stylist or something. Like, no, like I I dress myself. I don't need a stylist. I've had a lot of offers, but I don't never say no. I just, kind of cover. But I don't.
In mind, but you like, I got.
Yeah. I stand in the mirror. Like if I see something that I like, I put it on. If I stand in the mirror and it makes my eye pop, then I'm rolling with it. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna try until.
So you knew when you wore that suit that that was gonna cause a scene, right?
Oh, I absolutely knew that the first impressions look like. I was like, oh my God, like that first episode, like when we meet, like I need to make a first impression, and that was the look.
Yep. So aside from radio and network television, Oprah Winfrey, tell me about your interest in music, producing, and dance nowadays. Do you have any independent projects you're working on? Anything that's coming out or anything like that? No time?
I haven't gotten into, in all honesty, I mean, I haven't created anything in years.
Okay.
I would love to get back into it. And I have vibed out, a few times, going to the studio with my brother Hardbody Kiati, and we've had some fun sessions, and that kind of get the juices going. But I need to be around other creative people, like to get the best out of me, to pull some.
Like a good jam session you need.
Yeah, a little, something like that, or if it's a writing session and we're trying to, come up with something. But yeah, I would love to get back into that. But I haven't had no time, no, for real. Radio especially now during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, and when you're on season 3 of Ready to Love, I'm sure there's not a whole lot of time. But I hope that you get back to your music someday. I know there's something that you're really passionate about. But I do want to thank you for being my special guest on the Chandria Show today. We're gonna catch you every Friday, and then how can we keep up with you and follow you on the radio?
Absolutely. Well, tune in to Majic 102.1, 9 to 1 a.m. for Magic After Dark, The Quiet Storm. For those of you elsewhere, there's a Majic 102 app. It's Magic with a J, though. Or if you type in Majic 102 Houston, it'll come up in the search bar. And you can follow me at all social media platforms at KG Smooth. I will pop up. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. No, wait, my Facebook is Chris Green. That's where you can find Chris Green on Facebook, but everywhere else at KG Smooth. And Friday nights at 8 Central on OWN for Ready to Love.
Yay! Well, thank you again so much, KG Smooth. You have a great night, and I can't wait to share this video with you and my audience. You take care.
Thank you, Chandria.
Bye-bye.